What is the secret to great leadership? I want to start by asking, who do you think of as a great leader? Someone in business or politics? Maybe someone you know. Could be Barack Obama, Winston Churchill, Martin Luther King, Gandhi, Nelson Mandela. Could be anyone. But the thing about great leadership is that it's a mixture of skill set and mindset, like everything in life. So I'm going to share with you a bit about different styles of leadership, as well as some techniques and important aspects of how to be a powerful, inspirational leader. So there are 6 main styles of leadership. There's a bit of debate over this, different variants of it, but essentially my 6 different styles of leadership are directive. Number 1, directive is someone who demands compliance. They lead from the top. They authoritarian. They rely sometimes almost on coercion. They can motivate and direct their team in times of crisis, but in the long run, they can demotivate people. In business, you can often see high staff turnover with directive leadership styles. Visionary, a second one, is leaders who inspire others and ensure that the individuals understand how they support and are part of the grand plan. And they make sure that individuals and groups of people sort of underneath them, they know their part and how they can achieve the shared outcomes. Affiliative leadership is the third type, are people who like to resolve conflict, create harmony, motivate the team, boost morale, and reach objectives together. The fourth type of leadership is affiliative. No, participative. Participative leaders are team players. They listen well, they collaborate, and they influence. They value the input of others, and they gain commitment through active contributing to the task themselves. 5 is pace setting. Pace setting leaders are driven to achieve. They're passionate about achieving. They're career driven. They're business leaders that want to reach the top. They have strong personal initiative, high standards, and always lead by example. They can tend to be impatient and micromanage, and they expect high standards from everyone. And the last one, the 6th one, is coaching. This is very popular in the moment. It's someone who leads by involvement. So they support individuals to identify their own strengths and weaknesses. They're excellent listeners, and they motivate and through encouragement. And they like to develop their own skills plus the skills of the individuals and the teams. And they see very much as a team effort to achieve the objectives. So I just want to ask you a question. What type of leader are you, or would you want to be? Leaders, since the beginning of time, have existed. Even the caveman days, there was someone who stood out and led the other cavemen on the hunt. Leaders shape all aspects of human culture. What they pay attention to, we pay attention to. We listen to how they respond and react to situations. We look up to them for inspiration, advice, direction. They often act as role models and typically can exert control over our perceptions of reality and everyday experience, whether it's leadership in politics, leadership in social media influences, whether it's leaders in business. Leaders are influencers to some extent, and that'll always be the case. So management versus leadership is a classic one in business. What's the difference? Well, the difference is management is typically more rigid and structured and just suited to getting things done, and there's less room for flexibility. Well, leadership is more dynamic and empowering. It's about sharing a vision, inspiring and motivating people to get on board and show their support. The 4 basic communication styles within leadership are directing, one way, coaching, supporting, listening, supporting, which is again about delegating and involvement of a team, and also an innovative communication, which is using a variety of styles and looking for new ways to communicate. A good leader or manager will be adaptive. Always apply a flexible approach to using different styles depending on the situation. If you're too rigid and can't adapt to change, you'll get stuck in the rut and struggle. You've got to be open-minded for changing requirements for the situation. You've got to always look for solutions, be a problem solver, be innovative, and always be moving forward as a leader. True leaders challenge the status quo. True leaders are able to inspire, and that's a role model. So people look up to them, respect them. By doing this, you'll create loyalty and engagement from your audience. True leaders know when to lead and when to delegate and enable others to achieve the targets. So a true leader, the role of a leader is to model the optimal behavior that they would like to see in their team and lead by example. So whatever style of leadership you adopt, remember, be authentic, true to your values, know why you're in the position, why you're leading, why you want people to follow and listen to you. Always move forward, always find a solution, be innovative, delegate when necessary, and always listen for people around you. No leader should do it all alone. And lastly, I'm going to leave you with a quote by the Rear Admiral Grace Murray Hopper. Wow, what a name. You manage things, you lead people. That's it. You manage things, you lead people. Skills and mindset. If you want people to follow you, inspire them, lead by example, and motivate their behavior. You manage things, but you lead people.